channel. My name is Dr. Vile, and the purpose of this channel is all about helping you get through your A-level chemistry. And if you like the video, if you find it helpful, please like it, please subscribe, please share with your classmates. The purpose of this video is going to be all about writing formulae. More specifically, we're going to be looking at Ionic formulae and how to write those out. At GCSE level, you would have been supplied with this table of common ions, which I've included here. Unfortunately, at A level, especially with the WJC, you are not supplied with this table of common ions, and you do need to learn it. A lot of the ions are relatively common sense. So for instance, all the group 1 metals will form 1+ ions. All of the group 2 metals will form 2+ ions. Group 7 will be 1-, and so on. But some of them are a bit more complicated, things like the sulfate ion, SO4 with a 2- charge. So you do need to learn your table of common ions. And what I'm going to do is just show you how to use the table of common ions to work out formulae. And it's best with examples. So the first one I've listed here is sodium chloride. So you'd go to the table and you'd see that the sodium ion is Na and it's plus. Now what that means is it's 1+, but as chemists we're notoriously lazy and we don't bother writing a 1+, so it's just plus. And then chloride is Cl-. Now Cl- means 1-. Now in this particular scenario you've got a 1+ and a 1- charge. The charges are already balanced, so they form a compound in a 1-to-1 ratio. So the formula would be NaCl. You need to put no numbers in there. NaCl means 1 sodium and 1 chlorine. In the next example, I've gone for magnesium chloride. So magnesium is Mg2+, and chloride is Cl-. Now hopefully you can see that these are not balanced in terms of the charges. You've got a 1- charge on the chloride and a 2+ charge on the magnesium. So what this means is you need a second chloride ion, Cl-, to balance out the charges. So your formula will be Mg Cl2, 2 chlorines for every 1 magnesium, and we don't bother putting a 1 next to the magnesium. Next up is sodium oxide. The sodium ion is Na1+, and the oxide ion is O2-. Now hopefully we can see here this is not balanced and we're going to need a second sodium, Na+, to balance out the charges, and therefore your formula will be Na2O. 2 sodiums, 1 oxygen. We always put the metal first. Sodium carbonate. Sodium is Na+, and the carbonate ion is CO3, 2-. And hopefully you can see here you're going to need a second sodium ion to balance out the charges. So now we've got a 2+ over here and a 2-. So the formula would be Na2CO3. We get to a more challenging example here with magnesium hydroxide. The magnesium is Mg2+ because it's in group 2. And the hydroxide is OH-. So what we're going to need is a second lot of OH- to balance out the charges. So I need to times the oxygen and the hydrogen by 2. So we have to make sure we put it in brackets so that we're multiplying both the oxygen and the hydrogen. Let's see what happens if we don't use brackets. You would write out Mg OH 2, And what that would mean is that we've got one magnesium, one oxygen, and two hydrogens, but we want to have two oxygens as well. So we put the oxygen and the hydrogen inside the bracket, and that means both of them are being times by 2. Aluminium nitrate is going to work in a pretty similar way. Aluminium is Al3+. The nitrate ion is NO3 1-. So you're going to need 3 of these. I can't be bothered to draw them out 3 times. Let's just write times 3. And therefore our formula will be Al brackets NO3 times 3. And what that means is everything inside the brackets is times in by 3, so there are 3 nitrogens and 9 oxygens and 1 aluminium. Lastly, I've left the hardest till last, aluminium sulfate. Aluminium is Al3+, and the sulfate is SO4 2-. Now to get these charges to balance, I'm going to need 2 lots of the aluminium, which will give me a 6+ charge, and 3 lots of the sulfate, which will give me a 6- charge. So the formula will be Al2 brackets SO4 3. So 2 aluminiums, 3 sulfurs, and 12 oxygens. And if you want to give yourself more practice with this, just make up any compound using this table of common ions and work out the formula. So you could go with magnesium sulfide, sodium bromide, and just work them through, pair them up, and write down the formula. Well, I hope that's been helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, please like, subscribe to this video, share with your friends, and keep an eye out for more videos that will be coming soon.